And here we are. Hello, everyone. Hmm. Hello, everyone. so, Pokemon Shield Session 3. Uh, and our first into the chat is Gamer of Glory yelling swoosh. Yeah, although this part's gonna be more of a sploosh, to be honest, because the water types and all. I'm funny. I can tell jokes. Anyway, yeah. So, I am happy to report that I have absolutely completed Pokemon Sword version in the days since my last stream. I'm at the point where basically the only thing there is to do is wait until the expansions come out. And then, well, uh, run around in circles waiting for the next multiplayer battle to happen. No joke, I did that once and the notification popped like right as soon as I turned around to look at the camera. So that was a memorable moment for me. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, we're still in Turfield and I have unfinished business here. I'm sorry, Gamer of Glory, but Bea isn't in this game. Your waifu is trash. Anyway, let's see. There were a few items that I missed. Dose of energy powder. What is energy powder again? Oh, right, I remember. And I saw these items while I was watching the VOD afterward. So, like, it's so easy to miss stuff like this. Oh, by the way, I need to run on these tracks. There we go. It is so hard to catch these guys going the other way, but ridiculously easy if you just go in from the back and run along the tracks. They'll drive straight into you. Anyway, Carkol is a pretty handy Pokemon. For one thing, because it has an ability called Flame Body or Worm Body. I forget which one, but whatever it's called, it's an ability that speeds up egg hatching, which seriously saved me a lot of frustration. Let me see. Let's go with Swift. I'm a level under, so... Alright, it's just gonna tackle. That didn't work so well. Alright, let's, I can probably get away with a Razor Leaf, actually. If I screw up, I can just run out and then run back in, and I'm pretty sure this guy will be back. Because I think this guy spawns in the same place every time. Alright, because it's a fire type mix, it's not weak to grass. Okay. Well, that's fine. That actually works just fine. Or not. It does have a fire move. Okay. I thought it was just gonna tackle me forever. Turns out it was just being stupid. In that case... The Mines of Moria with sentient mine cars. This place only wishes it was the Mines of Moria. The two mine sections are incredibly short and disappointingly linear. That's not to say that we don't get dungeon-like locations later on, because the Mushroom Forest is pretty all over the place in terms of exploration, but let's see. Let's just go with a quick attack, sure. At least more than one Pokemon is going to get experience from this capture. Hey, Ryan. No, I really don't have good Pokemon for catching this guy, do I? I don't want to pull out, I don't want to pull out a sleep powder until I've whittled down its HP, because knowing my luck, it would just wake up the next turn again, because that always happens to me, and well, it's fire type, so, oh god damn it, it's buffing its defense. It's been buffing its defense the whole time I've been not looking at it, hasn't it? Every time I look away to check the chat, defense buff, probably. Almost there. I hate trying to catch rock types, because they either suck or they're, like, really hard to whittle down. Although I suppose, you know, there is a silver lining to the cloud that is the rock type's tendency to buff its defense. And that's you don't really have to worry too much about killing it by accident, do you? Don't worry, Weatherby. After this battle, we're going to have some spicy hot curry. That'll fix up that burn. It really does if you hit Milcery class. I still haven't managed Charizard class in my other game. And for all the times that I stop and make curry to heal myself, oh, don't... Right, last session I put the Pokemon with the sleep move in the box in favor of something else, didn't I? It's fine. It'll be okay. I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about Bobble taking too much damage. I think it resists both of the types this guy is. Yup. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to do this with what I have, aren't I? Let's try a standard Pokeball. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's hit it with a Swift. Whittle it down a bit more and chuck a Great Ball at it. There we go. That's what I like to see. A Pokemon in the red. Gotcha. I have the perfect nickname for this guy. And I need to see what gender it is. Otherwise... Oh wait, actually, I suppose it would work for both genders, wouldn't it? Anyway, Carkol, coal Pokemon, Rock and Fire. By rapidly rolling its legs, it can travel at over 18 miles per hour. The temperature of the flames it breathes exceeds 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a little ridiculous. In the other version, it talks about how this guy helped cart coal for humans and how that coal used to provide power for the Galar region. So that's an interesting bit of... Ah, it's female. Okay. Well... You're Billy Hatcher. I know you're the wrong gender for it, but you're Billy Hatcher. And I do believe... Yes, it has Flame Body. Contact with the Pokemon may burn the attacker. What it doesn't tell you is that when it's in your party alongside an egg, the egg takes like 3 minutes, 4 minutes or so to hatch. Assuming you're constantly running the whole time. So, yeah. That's, I mean, at that point you can just... ride your bike in circles in front of the daycare worker, and your baby Pokemon will pop out in no time. So, handy thing to have. Don't necessarily need it right now, though. Basically, though, when you get to... oh! That's actually, a useful item in Ether. I'm not sure if you can even buy those, like, at any point. It's like one of those items where the series has always been inexplicably really stingy with them, even though they're not all that useful. And only, like, really highly situational. I lied about the curry. We're just gonna heal up this way. It amuses me that they put the camp and this woman, like, right next to each other. And of course, gotta get some berries, because these things, like the berry trees of old, grow their berries back every day. I'm mixed on these berry trees, honestly. Because, like, you get more berries, but you can't control which trees give you which berries. So... getting quite a few shakes out of this one. No, it's over. Like, normally, in a previous gen, you'd have, like, 2 or 3 slots of soil that you could plant a berry in to farm more berries in one location. And then you just had to remember to fly back to that location the next day, and you'd be able to get them and plant more. And you could control your berry growth that way. Oh yeah! Okay, you know, I try for like ages to get a Milcery yesterday, and now just one pops up on my first encounter today. RNG, I hate you. Okay, which one of these is weaker? Quick attack. That, the ability to just check what the power is, what the skills do, which I think, was that in Gen 3? I know it was there by Gen 4, but that is just such a godsend. Okay. Pokeball, go. I mean, of course I'm gonna catch it. It's a frickin' Milcery. It might be redundant now, but I can turn it into a different color than the other one. Which Alcremie am I gonna make here? I'm not sure. I mean, I have 2 Milceries now, so I can... You are gonna be Mint. Which, you have to make it night, so that's gonna have to wait. Yeah, the 2 Milceries that I have, I'm gonna turn the first one I caught into Rainbow Swirl, which is the most specific of the colors to get. And that one's gonna be Mint Swirl, which you really just need to be doing it at night and in a certain direction. There's another item I missed. That's 3 items. My professional pride as a gamer has been injured today. But, yeah. The 2 Dynamax Milceries that I got in Sword version from that event, it ended basically right after I got the game, so I slipped in just in time to get those. The 2 Milceries that I got in Sword, I turned Ruby Swirl and Mint. So... I mean, I don't count on, why am I going to the Pokemon Center again? I'm... just force of habit, I guess. But... what even was I saying? You know what? Who cares? It's an event that's gone now. Oh, yeah. It's not like it's going to be, like, forever until we can get, Gigantamax Milceries and stuff again. Because one of the things they're adding in Isle of Armor is the ability to give certain Pokemon Dynamax forms that didn't have them before. This river, come back here when you have the surfing bicycle, because on the other side of that river is the Solar Beam TM. And that's handy, especially if you want to actually use Charizard against people. Time for a special interview with a gym challenger. The best way to get to know you is a Pokemon battle, of course. Good Pokemon and trainers really shine on camera. And yeah, Charizard can learn Solar Beam. He's always been able to do that. It's been the weirdest thing, but it's finally useful. I'm so happy. Alright, interviewers Jillian and Cam, and I think these two are actually a semi... Like they'll come back later on in the game, just once. But yeah, double battles. What fun. I don't mind the double battles in Sword and Shield because they don't push too many on you during the story, and they make for an interesting challenge once you hit the battle tower. Let's see. I don't have either of these frickin' things. Wait, what? I didn't know Swift was a multi-target. Okay. I learned something new about the game today. Let's go with Water Pulse. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to remember if there's something about these types that I should be keeping in mind. You know what? I'm just going to go Swift. You know what? Sweep the whole party. Go ahead. Smack. Oh, at least we'll kill the Helioptile. Sorry, but I'm not a Vaporeon yet. You should have aimed a little more to the right there. Or I suppose it would be your left, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have you use Swift because you're a bit weaker. And I'm going to hit the other one with Water Pulse. Ugh. Of course. Like, right before you die, you got to pull out one goddamn quick attack just to piss me off. Daisy got a level. Smell the points. I'm obviously not taking EV training into account when I choose what Pokemon to fight who with. But I suppose that's something you would want to do if you like go into the game from the start planning to be competitive. It's hard to describe it in just a few words. What incredible potential! I lost! Does that mean the interview is ruined? That's a weird way to conduct an interview, dude. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a chihuahua barking in the background. The homeowner owns it. I can't really do anything about it. Sometimes it just goes crazy. With your strength, you're sure to keep winning during your gym challenge. Please let me get an interview again sometime. You won't see them for a while, but they do pop up one other time. Your Pokemon look great, even when I view them through the camera. What does it look like through the lens of a news camera? That's something I've never actually experienced. This route actually just has a fork in the road. Both paths lead to the same place, but you're gonna want to go down both paths anyway because items. Oh, rustling grass. I didn't see that, but it's one we haven't seen before. I think this is an evolved form actually. Since it's a bug type, it's probably one of those evolved forms that happens pretty early on. But okay then. Okay, quick attack is a little too weak for my purposes there, so... And that didn't actually do much either. You see, if I were just trying to knock it out, this would be so much simpler. But the objective is to not kill it, and that means, like, ever since Gen 1, my method of approach has been, if my attacks are, like, too weak to do significant damage, I'm just gonna, like, tank all the hits for 10 turns and deal with how long it takes to catch the Pokemon. But it's never been the most entertaining part of the series. I'm not gonna lie. Smack. Okay. I doubt you're like one of the really hard Pokemon to catch, so let's yeah, regular Pokeball. Go. Ah. That cost me cash money, you know. Well, actually, that's probably one of the ones I just found on the floor. Unfortunately, you can make bizarre sentences. I think you mean can't make bizarre sentences? Don't critical hit, Eevee. I'm watching you. Thank you. Late game, when your friendship with certain Pokemon gets high, they have a tendency to start doing critical hits when you really don't want them to. And it's always so sad when it happens, because there's a message that pops up that says they're hoping to be praised. Sorry. You kind of did the bad thing. Got it. And that's catch number 2. Not counting that Milcery. Alright, what's the Pokedex gotta say? This is one that I don't think I even have in the other version. Radome Pokemon, Bug Psychic. As it grows inside its shell, it uses its psychic abilities to monitor the outside world and prepare for evolution. That might be worth experimenting with, but I do have a thing, actually, to cover my psychic Pokemon needs. Dottler. Wait, it's a girl. Oh, well, that's easy. I'm just gonna call it Dot. Sometimes the nicknames just write themselves. Anyway, let's get out of this grass. Oh, no Stuffle! Ugh. Shit, that... I wanted to switch up my team a little before this. You stupid ghosts. I fucking swear. Ugh. I don't like shinies, so I can't really feel you there. Oh, it's an Applin. I still need to get one of these to give to that one guy in Hammerlock who needs an Applin for his girlfriend. You know, just go out and catch your own, dude. The Pokemart's right over there. I mean, all the protagonists in this series are absurdly lucky because they have people to give them, like, really good Pokemon right out the gate. But I imagine anyone else who wanted to get a start on being a Pokemon trainer would just have to buy a bunch of Pokeballs, go out into the tall grass, and start throwing them at everything without fighting, Let's Go style. For that matter, why did the trainer in Let's Go even need a starter Pokemon? They don't use them for wild Pokemon battles. Just go and catch your own. You know? You have everything that you need to be a Pokemon master. You have an allowance. And Pokeballs are like $2, aren't they? I should have given my Pokemon a berry when its HP got low. No, that's not how it works. You give them the berry before their HP gets low, and they use it themselves. That is some weird Oh, fuck's sake. Spritzy. I think this is a Shield exclusive wild encounter because I didn't see this guy at all in Sword version. Okay. You know, the whole version exclusive Pokemon thing suddenly makes a whole lot more sense when you can see the Pokemon just roaming out in the wild. Let's see. I know it's riveting stuff, but bear with me. A few more 1,000 tackle battles and we'll have a winning team. I should have switched out my Pokemon before going into this battle, too. As the leftover shine thing happened, I was like, oh yeah, alright, yeah, one more quick attack and it'll kill it, and then I remembered, oh, I'm not trying to kill it, I'm trying to catch it. I can be absent-minded sometimes. Gotcha. Okay, so what's Spritzy? Obviously some manner of ghost, I think. Alright, perfect. No, it's a fairy. Okay. It looked a little ghostly, but now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of got wings, doesn't it? Perfume Pokemon. Fairy. The scent its body gives off enraptures those who smell it. Noble ladies had no shortage of love for Spritzy. Oh. Huh. Let me think. It's a male Spritzy, so I mean, it's the only one that comes to mind. I don't know any male perfume brands. There's a word for it, but I'm mentally all over the place right now, and it's not coming to my brain. 2 chesto berries and 1 chalan berry fell from the tree. Oh, it's already shaking. There we go. Alright. Anyway, the thing I wanted to do before I got sidetracked is head into my box link. This little guy, I bred this one in sword version. No special alterations to it. No particular attention to IVs or anything. But I did change its nature to modest, I think. So, yeah, I think that's modest. So it's going to grow higher special attack and lower physical attack, which is what you want if you want this guy to be an attacker. But yeah, I bred myself a Ralts, and the reason I wanted to do this is because I want to have a Gardevoir for my main team going forward. But Ralts doesn't appear until the fog rolls in certain locations, like right outside where you start the wild area at the first time is where you can find them. You can find tons of them, but only when it's foggy. So that is a thing. Anyway, I'm going to switch Ralts in for... Huh. I don't use Ghost type much, so bye-bye, Ghastly. But yeah, he's just going to be sitting in my party soaking up the EXP shares for a while. I probably should have done that at the beginning of the session, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so I think I already have Stuffle. Do I already have Stuffle? Yes, I already have Stuffle. You don't have to worry about Stuffle chasing you down, by the way, because what they'll do is they'll run up to you and they'll, like, squeak at you for Mincino. It's so adorable. It's like the not Eevee of Gen 5. Thank you. Good job, Sylvester. Don't. It would be annoying if I fell asleep while trying to catch a Pokemon, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know they're not good, but it's adorable. I can't not capture one. Oh, for we've graduated from having a tackle battle to having a swift battle. Quick attack will probably not kill it. Oops. I was counting on the lower attack power of that one, but oh well. Yeah, leveling up little baby Pokemon can go pretty fast, especially at endgame. Because at endgame, all the wild Pokemon in the wild area get set to a minimum level of 60. So the moment you fight and kill one of them, or take one of them down anyway, your newborn Pokemon just rockets up to like level 20 or something. The secret to preparing an amazing meal is stirring it just right, over the perfect heat. You know you're doing great if the top of the pot starts sparkling. Why not stop by my camp and practice cooking a bit? Now, fortunately, I'm aiming for a Gardevoir rather than a Gallade. Gallade, you need a Dawnstone, and it needs to be male in order to become a Gallade. Gallade is a fighting type, though, and I don't like Gallade. I just don't. I don't like much about the design, and there are better fighting types to go with. But, let's see. Who do I want to be up front? I'll just leave it as Eevee. Let's buff that Curry Dex. Oh, this is the camp with all the babies! Ah! There's a Budew, there's a Pichu, there's a what is the baby Clefairy called? Munchlax, Togepi, and are you going to grow up to be an annoying Wobbuffet, or are you something else? If you didn't hate Wobbuffet before this game, you will learn to hate it after a few max raids. Get over here, Togepi. Ah, look at the way it runs. Oh no, it's already bored with me. Come on, Eevee. Bonding time. Tell me more. Now, the thing you get for completing the Curry Dex is a succession of additional toys to play with your Pokemon. So if you happen to enjoy the camping stuff, definitely go for Curry Dex completion. But anyway, I need Eevee's friendship to increase so that Sylvester will become the Sylveon he was always made to be. Togepi? Oh, what? You want attention from me now? I think it's stuck. Either that or it's tap dancing to taunt Eevee. Okay. Thank you. Okay, free for all. Who can get it? Munchlax just gives no fucks. There's no advantage to playing with the other trainers' Pokemon, I don't think, apart from, well, it just being cute as all heck. But anyway, let's stop screwing around. I have a bunch of ingredients. And you can get a ton of ingredients for real cheap prices from, like, people that you can meet in the wild area. So, spicy toast, sweet pasta, salad. Let's make sweet sausage curry. Oh wait, this is a. I'm getting my wires crossed. This guy gets to choose the ingredients. That's the entire reason I stop at these camps every time I see them, because you get one, like basically guaranteed Curry Dex entry. So let's see. Let's go with 2 Rostberries and see what that does for whatever this guy picks. For all the curry that I made in sword version, I still only have like somewhere just below 35 curries out of 151. Most of the people that I see online when I get their cards, it's like they've made like 5 different kinds of curry. It's like they obviously give no fucks. And I don't blame them, but I like this stuff. Come on. Almost there. Just keep it sparkling. Alright. Boop. Perfect. I mean, I didn't use nearly enough ingredients to get Charizard class or even Caparaja class, but I'm pretty sure that was at least a Milcery. Bitter Mushroom Medley Curry. Ooh. Oh, I'm not fond of bitter stuff, but yep, Milcery class. Good, good, good. The better the curry is, of course, the better the friendship gains you get. Of course, by endgame, your main way of maxing out someone's friendship is probably going to be EV training, because you're going to be stuffing berries down their throats. And all of the berries that lower an EV also have the effect of raising friendship. In fact, if you know what EVs you want a particular Pokemon to have, you can just constantly give them the berries that lower the EV that you don't want. And, you know, it's a very easy way to get tons of friendship with them. Let's see. Ah, I knew there was something back here. TM31 Attract. That is a move that I'm absolutely not going to find a use for. Let's go fishing. I actually haven't made the Gigantamax curry because I only have 2 bottles of Gigantamix in Sword version, so... Wow! That Magikarp is really close to turning into a not dragon. Okay. Let's see. You see, you don't even have to work to make your Magikarp a Gyarados anymore. It used to be this big thing, because every Magikarp you caught, no matter where you were in the world, would always be level 5. So you'd have 15 levels of tedious grinding to get it up that waterfall. But, you know, once it was there, goddamn. Now imagine if they'd actually made it a water dragon instead of a water flying like they originally meant to. Oof. Chilling thought. You can actually Dynamax a Magikarp, by the way, and it's Wobbuffet. I'm not even in the wild area and I'm getting distracted by... What the hell? I didn't know Wobbuffet had gender appearance variations, but now I do. That's probably the strangest thing that I've seen in my life. Just a Wobbuffet with random lipstick. Well, Wobbuffet always was a weird one, wasn't he? She. It. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna switch Eevee out now, because if you let a Pokemon faint, that does lower their friendship. So, that's not good. That's not a good idea. Oh, are you shitting me? I am sending you on all the worst Poke jobs. Oh, which reminds me, I actually need to pull my Pokemon out of the Poke jobs that I sent them on. Don't I? I'll do that at the next Pokemon Center. Right, Daisy has Sing. I forgot. Of course it did. What? What does that do? Oh, will you stop dodging? How do you dodge Song? Do you just not have ears? Is this like a Krillin versus Bacterium situation here? Ugh. Okay, Mirror Coat doesn't work when I use Razor Leaf. That's good to know, good to know. What is Mirror Coat anyway? Ow! Son of a... Oh, so Destiny Bond I don't need to worry about when I'm actually trying to catch it, huh? I'm not going to take any chances with this one. I'm just going to throw a Great Ball at it. I mean, it color coordinates well enough, doesn't it? Son of a bitch. Why do you use Destiny Bond? Come on, you've already used that. Come on. Okay, Safeguard's gone. I can put it to sleep. And it worked. It's asleep. Its health has been whittled down. What else do you want from me, game? One more Razor Leaf and please don't kill it. Ugh, of course it woke up, and of course it would use counter. Now I can't put it back to sleep. The worst Pokemon jobs. All of them. Do I have... Ugh, let's just throw Bobble out there. How are you adjusting to getting back into Pokemon now with its new mechanics? What new mechanics? It's the same game it's been since Gen 1. I don't really care about the special attack split, and all the other stuff they added to the game just seems to exist to allow the player to bypass all the stuff that's been annoying since Gen 1, so... I mean, that's not exactly design evolution, that's just wallpapering over things. Ugh. You're gonna make me run through all of my Great Balls, and then it's gonna work when I throw a fucking Pokeball at you, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I mean, since you insist on sitting there and just using counter moves and Destiny Bond over and over, even though you only need to use it once, right? I'm just gonna, you know, heal up Daisy and then put you to sleep again, and then hope it works. Yeah, I know the wild Pokemon AI is intentionally stupid, but still. What counts as intentionally stupid in a combat system like this doesn't really feel like they're feral, it just feels like they're a really dumb player. Ugh, I can't switch it out. You piece of shit. I forgot about that. Wait. See? Okay, Ralts wants to learn the move Hypnosis. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it's better than Growl. Oh. The magical moment has come. Now the name Daisy doesn't fit, though. I mean, it used to because it had, like, a daisy-like flower on its head, but now it's got one of those, like, puffball things that blow away in the wind. Alright, Cotton Bloom Pokemon. The cotton on the head of this Pokemon can be spun into a glossy, gorgeous yarn. A Galar region specialty. Oh, it's cotton. Okay. Cotton Spore, huh? Is this a signature move kind of thing? Releases cotton-like spores that cling to opposing Pokemon, which harshly lowers their speed stats. Not terrible. I'm trying to decide what to keep here because, I mean, this is a harsh evasiveness thing, which can come in handy from time to time because, goddamn, some Pokemon are annoying like that, but... Goodbye, Sweet Scent. I mean, I can always remember you later if I really need to. I don't even know why I'm so hung up on decisions like that, because I'm probably not going to be using Eldegoss for very long. I mean, it'll be good to keep around because a grass type to fight against water types right now is a good idea. Wobbuffet, patient Pokemon, Psychic. To keep its pitch black tail hidden, it lives quietly in the darkness. It is never first to attack. Yeah, which is a real problem in the max raids. I'm pretty sure that they threw a Wobbuffet trainer in there just to fuck with people who try to solo the hard stuff. But, right. You are... the Wabba. All the worst Poke jobs. The things you do for Pokedex completion, am I right? Another Mincino over here. I love the variety of Pokemon you can catch in each area, and I'm pretty sure that the reason that they injected so much variety into it is because you can see the Pokemon in the field, and that makes it a lot easier to manage wild encounters, so they can be a bit more like varied about it. They don't have to say, okay, you can catch these 3 Pokemon here and this specific one that is also rare. Okay, let's swap in Daisy. Ralts is catching up on levels pretty easy, so shouldn't be too long until she's a Curly. I think it's called Curly. Curlia, I think it's Yeah, that's the name. I'm sorry. I don't care much about Ralts or Kirlia or Gallade, but goddamn, Gardevoir is an awesome Pokemon. It's one of those weird cases where, like, I really don't give a damn about anything in that specific evolution line except the final evolution, which is a much better problem to have than the one I have with the Ghastly line, where the middle evolution is clearly superior in design to both of the ones that come before and after. But, like, you're probably not going to be using Haunter for very long. Gengar is just, like, one of those clearly oversimple designs. Oh, wait. No, I want to sing it to sleep. Of course it avoided the attack. Oh, it's using Charm. Oh no, my attack fell. There we go. There we go. Ah, it's cute when it sleeps standing up. They all sleep standing up. It's weird. This made a lot more sense when we were all using static sprites, didn't it? Gotcha. Baba wants to use the move Sucker Punch. Ah, yes, it starts. Sobble is a speedster. Like, it tends to get in, like, Sucker Punch attacks, and that goddamn snipe attack that gave me so much trouble when I was fighting Leon. I'm gonna replace Tearful Look with that. I tend to favor just straight up attack moves, because outside of doubles matches, a lot of the support stuff isn't halfway as useful. Encino data will be added to the Pokedex. Chinchilla Pokemon. They pet each other with their tails as a form of greeting. Of the two, the one whose tail is fluffier is a bit more boastful. Okay. You are Minnie. That is another one where the nickname writes itself. Ooh. Alright. What? I don't speak that. Oh, so these Pokemon... I didn't even have to run. They don't actively chase you. It's cute that some of the Pokemon are really, like, aggressive, and some of them will just, you know, come up and make noises at you. Like, they want attention. But then you get stuff like Gallade, who just runs straight up into your face when you meet him on the field. It does help to give the different Pokemon the illusion of having, like, different temperaments. It's another thing that I really like about the camp thing. But anyway, one of my Pokemon is knocked out, and I could just go to the Pokemon Center, but I do kind of want to fill out my curry decks a little and get some new toys for my Pokemon. So we are going to make spicy pasta curry today. Oh wait, no, I don't have pasta in this file. Well, damn. We are going to make spicy instant noodle curry. I do have... Yes, I have instant noodles. Spicy instant noodle curry it is. It's not exactly gourmet, guys, but, you know, it has the power to resurrect the dead, and that's what's important. You could even say it's the curry of life. No, I'm not even going to finish that reference. That was an awful filler arc. Naruto is good, except when it's not, you know? Let's see. We won at least Milcery class, so I'm going to have to throw in quite a few berries here. You want to be careful about which berries you use, by the way. Like the Hondu berry, for example, is one of the ones that lowers an IV. I think the Kelpsy berry and Pomeg berry and all of those are, too. Dump a bunch of cherry berries in. And then, there are some berries, I think, that don't actually affect things much, apart from possibly giving the quality a boost. But it's a little oblique in how they describe it. Like, some of them say, hey, this is a spicy berry, and hey, this is a sweet berry. This one's dry. And that tells you, like, what sort of curry dex entry you're going to get out of it, but... As far as how berries affect quality, I think rarer berries and rarer ingredients have a better chance of reaching Charizard class. But, there we go. Sparks flying. I'm also not sure about the stirring, because I know you're not supposed to stir it too much, but I'm not sure if that means you have to occasionally slow down or what. Yeah, there we go. And now let's fill this pot with determination. That's the part that brings them back to life. It's the determination. Okay, spicy instant noodle curry. That actually looks quite good. You don't look interested at all. He's just like, yeah, good job. You did the mini game. He's so bored. You've rejoined the land of the living, Eevee. If you enter camp when they're, like, frozen and stuff, the effect is kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna throw the ball a few times to try and get its friendship up, because I do actually need to make up for the fact that I let it... No! Growlithe! Not you! I mean, if you want, go fetch. Good boy. Or girl. I forget which gender my Growlithe is. I think the different balls that you can get for completing Curry Dex stuff will appeal to different Pokemon. So there are some Pokemon that, like, very obviously don't care about the standard ball. Like, they will just ignore it if you try to throw it. Portion difference actually doesn't have anything to do with what Pokemon is on the other side. At higher quality, you'll produce larger curries. Anyway, and I think the Gigantamax, like, makes a lot of big curry as well. I'd like to show you my Pokemon that have grown so well. Right. I mean, I was about to make a comment about the heal ball, but then I realized I was holding one too, so... Right, okay, so just hit it It's faster. Damn it. I hate it when they're faster. My preference when it comes to making Pokemon teams is to hit fast and hard. Like, maybe it's necessary to have a few tanks in there, but like, my preference is for fast attackers who can outspeed the enemy and hit them with whatever they're weak against. Which is the best way to go at single-player Pokemon anyway, so... Draining Kiss. It's 50... Well, I guess that makes it better, technically. Yeah, sweeper team, I suppose, but... I haven't actually assembled what could be accurately called a sweeper team. In Sword version, my starter is Cinderace, who's a good high-speed, slams you with a strong attack before you can even blink kind of Pokemon. Oh, no, I don't want to change it up, actually. Do they have different Pokemon based on what version you're playing? Because I don't think this one had Steenie before. I've never seen the unevolved version of this Pokemon, I don't think. Wow, okay. If it is version exclusive and I'm not misremembering that, then that's actually pretty neat. If I had known that Steenie was Steenie, though, I probably would have switched over to Growlithe. It might just be one that I don't remember because I was a little tired when I was playing Sword, maybe. I wasn't sure which moves to use and got lost in thought. Okay. That's a bad thing to do in multiplayer. There is a timer, after all. I was chased by Pokemon in the tall grass and ended up wandering aimlessly. There's not much space to wander in here. Hi. My partner Pokemon's been growing in a really unique way. Check it out. I have seen Bounce Sweet. And, Cherubin. That's one that can actually fall out of trees when you screw up the berry timing game. So, if you can't find a Cherubin, go check the berry trees and intentionally fuck them up, and eventually one will land on your head. That's not going to save you. If you had another Pokemon... Oh, you have 3, huh? Wow, a Pokemon trainer that's using 3 Pokemon. That's interesting. You don't see that often in the Galar region. Alright, let's see. Ralts. Hi. It worked. I actually wasn't expecting Ralts to survive this, but I'm happy he did. Okay, so we've got some good experience for Ralts there. I don't actually have anything that's super effective, so I'm gonna switch over to Growlithe and just Flame Wheel him. Yeah, Sword and Shield does have a lot of trainers in it that have just 1 or 2 Pokemon. It's... yeah. I mean, I get why they do it. They don't want individual trainers to take up too much of the player's time, but it does kind of, like, make everyone in the region except the player look like a frickin' idiot. They should at least have everyone in the championship tournament rocking a team of 6 Pokemon. Oh, Cutie Fly is a bug type. What am I thinking? Is this the one that evolves into Ribombee? One fisherman with 6 Magikarp is a staple. Well, thankfully we have, like, better fishing-themed Pokemon to give our fishermen, so it figures there aren't very many of those in this game, are there? I mean, I think the most common Pokemon trainers you fight are these breeders. They don't really recycle the other Pokemon types all that much in this game. Raising Pokemon unselfishly means that they'll show you their new capabilities. I think the reason that they use the breeders more often than other trainers is because they wanted to call attention to this place, which is the nursery. Nice to see a new face around here. This is a Pokemon nursery. We take care of people's Pokemon here. When people leave 2 Pokemon with us, we sometimes find eggs. If you're interested in that sort of thing, ask the old lady inside to tell you more. Do you want to leave any Pokemon with me? No. Do come back soon. So, like, there are 2 Pokemon nurseries that you can choose from in this game. The one that we're at is the first one that you'll encounter, but there's also another one that you can fly directly to over here. And yeah, the nurseries are in places that you can easily fly to. That's handy. I'll say that. So, you can have 2 breeding things going at a time, which is, I would say it's helpful, but honestly, the breeding process goes so fast, especially when you have a goddamn Carkol in your team, that I don't know if I could manage 2 at a time. It's like by the time I hatched an egg from one of them, I'd have 3 more going on the other side. I once, like, oh, it's the Shed Shell item. This discarded Carapace enables the holder to switch out of battle without fail. I'm not sure if that's consumable or if it's one of the items that just stays equipped forever. There's at least one consumable item in this game that doesn't tell you it's consumable in the item description, so I'm a little paranoid about that. Oh, that is the correct order. Okay. Alright, let's save the game real fast. Oh, we're up to 45 Pokemon. You see, in Gen 1, that would be almost 50, and that would feel like a milestone, but here it's like, wow, we're slightly over 1/10 of the available Pokemon, and that's slightly over 1/20th of the total Pokemon. Oh no. Oi, just hand over that bike already. We needed to cross this long bridge. I don't know what accent I'm doing. I think I might have started out something like Cockney and somehow turned into quasi-Scottish, and that's... You know, it would fit if all these guys just had absurdly fake, like, mutant combination accents like that. Like accents created by the Fossil Restorer. Yeah. We're gonna use that bike to chase around gym challengers. It'll be a scream! How barbaric. It wouldn't work anyway. You don't even have a Rotom with you. Hey, young gym challenger. They're trying to steal my bike. Please, if you could give them a good thrashing, I would be in your debt. Oi, we're not trying to steal the bike, only borrow it. That's not how the law works, dude. Just saying. We're gonna use it to chase after gym challengers and make them all tired. But I'm thinking you deserve a special shout-out. I'm gonna crush you in battle. What would chasing the gym challengers around do to their chances to win in Pokemon battles? You know, come to think of it, all the other trainers in this region are freaking idiots, so... Yeah, making them tired probably would help. Okay. Oh wow, have I used Swift that many times? Yeah, Milcery class Curry does not restore power points, so keep that in mind. You will restore PP if you make it to Caparaja class, which is the rank above. But yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, really. The most of the routes in this game aren't like long enough for PP use to be really an issue. But I suppose if you were going on a marathon exploration run of the wild area, it might be a thing, because there are only certain places in the wild area that you can fly to, so you might not want to fly back to the Pokemon Center at all points. Let's bring in Weatherby. I don't think I've used this guy yet. No, I have used him. What am I thinking? Whoa. What's my favorite Alola starter? I don't remember what the Alola starters are. I haven't played much Sun and Moon, to be honest. But probably the fire one. That's usually my default state of being. Just go for the fire one. Bulldoze. We're not trying to steal that bike. Immediately uses a thief Pokemon. I mean, the attacks I have on offer here are not super great, are they? Oh, this probably won't work. Yeah, okay. It's Dark type. I remember now. Huh. It was super effective. Okay. I don't have the type chart memorized. Because I don't play Pokemon that often. I mean, when I get into it, I really get into it for like a month and a half at a time, but that only happens like once every 5 or 6 years, I want to say. It's been a long time since the last time. We're Team Yell. We get up in the faces of trainers. That's not a line you say after you lose. Yeah, you crushed my attempt to crush you. Why you? I want that bike. Don't get in my way. Okay. Wow. Team Grunt that uses interesting Pokemon. I should mark this day on my calendar. Trying to remember what this guy was. That's what I was. That was what was at the back of my brain. I fought one of these guys online just this morning, and I'm like, wait. Okay, well, Eevee's obviously not the choice, so let's bring out Bobble. I'm not doing trades, and you wouldn't want anything that I have in this version anyway, because, like, wow. Nice. Until the Fairy type was introduced in Gen 6, Sableye had no weaknesses. Wait, what? Fairy type wasn't introduced in Gen 6, was it? I thought it was introduced way earlier than that. Or am I mixing that up with something else? Ralts wants to use the move Teleport. The user switches place with a party Pokemon and waiting. if any. Okay, that's handy. Alright, I'll replace Double Team with that. Gen 6 was the fairy gen. Oh. Oh. Okay. I was too distracted by that bike. Otherwise, there's no way I'd lose to a yellow belly like you. That's a horrible pun, and you should be ashamed of it. Like, legitimately ashamed. It's not even, like, one of those amusingly bad puns. It's bad. Just saying. You're too strong. If you stay in the gym challenge, you're gonna cause problems for Our Lady. You haven't seen the last of us. We're gonna make sure you stay out of Our Lady's way. They say something like that, and you go on thinking, like, there's some villain approaching. No, Marnie's, like, the nicest. Just the nicest. My word, you're quite the trainer. And I see you have a Pokedex, too. That means you have a Rotom with you. Fantastic. I think I'll give this bike to you, then. Better you have it than Team Yell. Now, you know that Rotom love motors very, very much, right? Enough to jump right into machines that have motors. So, that got me thinking, if I attached a motor to a bicycle, then maybe I could get a Rotom to pop into that as well. Right. Come now, give it a shot. Enjoy cycling together with Rotom to the fullest. Chop Chop, come now. You and Rotom ride that bicycle together. Alright. The Rotom bike. This actually takes a little bit of explaining. Press the plus button or minus button to ride your bike with Rotom. Let's get cycling. And yeah, you can just hit a button and it's there. You can also hit the B button and rock it off. Although it takes a little while to recharge after you use it. You can spend watts at the watt traders in the wild area to reduce the amount of time this takes. But it takes quite a few watts to do that, so I would actually advise waiting until endgame to bother, because by then the watt gains that you get from the dens and from, well, mostly just from the dens, the watt gains you get while exploring the wild area post game are ridiculously good, whereas they're pretty piddly at this point in the game. Anyway, I'm immediately not going to use the bike that they give us to speed across this bridge, because like every 2 feet along this bridge is another sparkly item. Hi. What is the problem with those Team Yell goons? I can understand wanting to cheer someone on, but they cause so much trouble in the process. Hardly a decent way for fans to behave. I feel like, you know, certain people in the Pokemon fan base might be being personally attacked here. I'm just saying. It's a thought that entered my head. A Swift Feather. Now these items that we're getting right now are, I believe, items that raise your effort values, and it says slightly increases. So it's not the same as like the protein or the other vitamins where it raises it by 10. I think these feathers increase it by 1, if I'm not mistaken. That big building you see in the distance is Hammerlock Stadium. You're going to battle there too. Yeah, you can see like the whole wild area, the whole like northern end of the wild area from here. It's actually pretty neat. And yeah, that big old like castle looking place is Hammerlock, where the dragon gym is. And yeah, once you have, you can, there's nothing stopping you from, you know, getting on your bike just now and riding over there, but you can't get into the town until you have 3 badges, which seems a little silly, because, like, you know, maybe I'm not going there to challenge the gym, maybe I just want to, oh no. It would figure they'd put this guy in your path right after giving you the goddamn bike. There you are, Kylie. I'm warning you, though. Any closer than that, and we're going to have to have a battle, you and me. I think they started doing this in Gen 5, where instead of just having frickin' Gary roll up to you with his theme song playing and force a battle when you're not ready for him, they always give you, like, a chance to get ready for a fight. Okay, let's... how is my team looking? I think I can take him. I mean, it's only Hop. And it's not like it's one of the better rivals. I warned you. We're both gym challengers who've earned ourselves a grass badge. This is the perfect training. You are challenged by Pokemon trainer Hop. Get used to hearing those words. Let's have a taste of what a gym badge holder's team can do. Sure, why not? I mean, I would, like, maybe pull out Baby Doll Eyes, but it's Wooloo. Defense Curl. That's your opener. I suppose that would have been good if you were fast enough to move first, but you're not, so... landing a critical hit like that, you're pretty tough when you get serious. Wait, that was a critical... I don't think that needed to be a critical hit, but it's nice that it was. Hop is an okay character. He just... There are too many fights with him. Too many goddamn fights with him. I really like him in the post-game battles. But... Okay, let's see. You know what, let's just pull out Bobble. I mean... He's evolved his Rookidee. That's a thing that happened. Of course, the one time I actually tried to use a move like Sucker Punch. And the AI fucking uses Leer. Are you ever going to attack me? Or are you just gonna keep using Leer? Oh, god damn it. You know what? Just die. I tried being fancy. It didn't happen. Oh no! So much fury. I feel the fury. It was devastating. Every time. Right. This is the point in the game where they start doing that, huh? Okay. I would have liked it if the confusion had stuck just long enough for him to damage himself and die, but... I mean... I suppose I can't have everything. Monkey? What monkey? I haven't played X and Y, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about there. Raboot. Oh, this is your starter. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna keep... Every one of my Pokemon is an ace. This is no problem at all. If this were the anime, you might stand a chance, but it's not the anime. So, no. Yes, you should have known. I've been doing this to you since our first match. Come on. Get with the program, Hop. Ah. We both got ourselves the same grass badge, so how come you're so much stronger? I'm water and you're fire, mainly. But also because I have a team of 6. You've gotten strong, Kylie. Seems I've got to train even harder from now on. Oh, Xenoblade. Okay. I don't remember a monkey either, but okay. It might be one of those field bosses, I suppose. Next up is Nessa, the leader of the water gym. It's nice of him to give me a revive. Like, your 2 nice rivals will frequently give you items, so it's kind of nice. It's a material way for the game to acknowledge the friendship between these characters. Huh. Just a random Eldegoss floating on by, huh? Well, I don't need that, I just evolved one, but I suppose that's another... Sometimes you can find, like, rarer Pokemon on the routes, just, like, chilling outside the wild grass. Like they would be doing in the wild area, but they're usually doing something a bit more specific on the routes that's neat. Like, at one point I found, like, a Corvisquire just chilling on a fence, you know, just sitting there. Hi. Oh no, I've been caught. Work to raise the good points of a Pokemon. Don't worry about its bad points. That's actually solid competitive advice. You know, work to raise the good, don't worry about the bad. Or more specifically, stuff them full of berries so that they know how unworried about the bad you are. It's Cherubi. This is one of those Pokemon that, like, weirdly doesn't look like a Pokemon to me. It's hard to explain. Leafage? You're still using Leafage? That is such a weak sauce move. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What level does Ralts evolve at again? I mean, I know that Kirlia will evolve at 30, but... Woobat, huh? Sure, let's just throw out Ralts. She's at a high enough level. You're hitting me with a psychic move, really? Yeah, no. I know how Gallade works. I don't like Gallade, though. And with my opponent asleep, these draining moves can actually be useful for a change. I mean, they might be useful in doubles. I'm not really sure, but... Wow! That was actually pretty decent. Of course it woke up right away. Why wouldn't it wake up right away? Okay, this is actually working out quite nicely because I think Ralts is sucking up just enough HP to, like, mostly tank the confusions. More than tank the confusions, in fact. There's a net gain every turn. And yeah, I am giving Ralts a nickname. I just haven't been to a Pokemon Center yet since I switched him into my team. Her into my team. It's hard to think of the first Ralts form as a her based on the name. It sounds like a guy's name. Like, it sounds like a name you might see in a fantasy novel attached to a guy, is what I'm saying. But then the other forms, except for Gallade, I suppose, sound and mostly look feminine. So, I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. And we ended that battle almost at full health. That went well. Ah, Bob wants to learn Fire Fang, huh? It's actually slightly better than Flame Wheel, except that it's also lower accuracy. So, I'm gonna get rid of Howl. If they did actually animate like the other Pokemon dodging, that would be neat, but I'll accept that I lost, but I'm not gonna let it bother me that much. Although that would be awkward in cases where like the opponent is sleeping and it misses anyway. More than focusing on what you can't do, it's important to enjoy what you can do in life. Some X special attacks. Hang on. An Absorb Bulb. An item to be held by a Pokemon. It boosts special attack if the holder is hit with a water-type attack. It can only be used once. No Stuffle. No Stuffle. They're adorable. They really are. Keep this to yourself, but I'm having Pokemon help with my work. That's good for you, I suppose. Croagunk. Oh no. This guy... Okay, this entire line is... dangerous. Quick attack. Quick attack. Oh, no. At least poison doesn't, like, damage you in the overworld anymore, I don't think. Because that was always an annoying aspect of poison. Where, like, your Pokemon would take damage with every step, and there was very rarely an easy way to get out of a dungeon. And, of course, you always went in, like, you know, I don't need escape ropes. I'm a badass Pokemon protagonist. Nothing in here can hurt me. And then some hapless trainer hits you with poison, and it's like... You're a trainer who's stronger than me and the Pokemon that can... who's stronger than me and the Pokemon that can do my work. Yeah, I am. Nice of you to acknowledge it. When I get stuck with my work, I have my Pokemon pet me. Okay. Trainer tips. Pokemon that appear to be surrounded by a brilliant aura tend to be stronger than others. And when you defeat them, they drop Watts. It seems you become more likely to spot these brilliant Pokemon the more Pokemon you catch. Ah, yeah. Last session I caught like a glowy Eevee that had the move Detect. Sometimes the glowy Pokemon that you see around can have the egg moves that you would otherwise only be able to teach them through complicated chain breeding stuff. And if you have two of the same Pokemon, you can just forget a move to open up a slot, stick them in the daycare for a bit, and then when they come back, that empty slot will be filled by the egg move that the other one had. So you can pass the egg moves on now, which is great, but unless you're lucky enough to find those glowy ones, and especially in the cases of Pokemon you can't actually catch in the wild, like Charizard, getting egg moves can still be just as big of a headache as it's always been. So. Here we are. Our destination at last. Welcome to the town of Hulbery, a bustling seaport that many visit to see its lively market stalls and famed restaurant. Just the one. Because, you know, a beach town would only have one restaurant, surely. Okay, let's heal up then. Now let me see something here. At this point, I think Sylvester here. Now, notice that there's no button prompt on the bottom of the screen for this, but since last gen, you've been able to check a graph that tells you what your effort values currently look like. It's really opaque, like it doesn't tell you next to nothing about the individual values apart from generally how close they are to being maxed. So if you want to do anything other than a 252-252 4 split, you basically can't use this for anything and have to start every stat you want to give a precise value to 0. But, you know, it does actually tell you which stats have a bunch of points in them. Like, hey, Bobble here is actually looking pretty decent considering how random the Pokemon he's been killing have been. He's got a decent amount of speed going, some special defense and attack. I mean, you're not going to see any substantial gains from a graph like this until level 100, but still. I think Ralts has only gained speed at this point. But anyway, the main thing I was looking at here is that, okay, if I'm going to turn Eevee into a fairy, I probably don't want... I probably don't want Eevees going into HP, do I? Do I have a berry that lowers that? Because I could really sure use, like, a friendship boost with Eevee right now. And, I'm not even in the right goddamn tab. There are too many goddamn berries in this series, by the way. I'm still discovering new ones in my endgame file. That lowers special attack. That lowers attack. That lowers HP. So I'm going to give... It probably has no HP base points anymore. Yeah, base points are what the EVs are called in-game. Probably because, well, it's a little confusing to talk about Eevee and EVs at the same time, isn't it? But yeah, a little friendship boost there. Because, I can't actually check my friendship with a given Pokemon, I don't think, until I get to Hammerlock, where there is an NPC that will tell you generally how friendly a given Pokemon is to you. Well, I mean, in Gen 1 and stuff, it was kind of, like, really a waste of money to buy that many escape ropes. But in this game, now that we can finally afford them, escape ropes are just handed to you. No, I'm not going to buy 5, I'm going to buy 10. I need to get used to buying Pokeballs in batches of 10. Like, seriously, I do. Because you have to buy them in batches of 10 to get the Premier Balls. And what do we have in our treasures pocket right now? A couple big mushrooms. Good. And now before I forget, again, let's check the Pokejobs. Let's see. And oh yeah, I didn't do this on stream, but every time you beat a gym, new jobs open up. And those new jobs will accept more Pokemon than the last ones, and they'll also deal out more experience points. For this one, I sent a bunch of plants, because, yeah. That also happens to include Peach. Or Toadsworth, rather. Yeah, I forgot. This one's the male one, isn't it? Right. And coming to think about it, it might have been a very good thing that I took this job between sessions, because it looks like Budweiser is about to give you something. 2 bottles of soda pop. Is that soda pop? Is it? Is it soda, or is that like the 4Kids English version translation of we just gave beer to an underage kid? Okay, so anyway, send a bunch of bugs off on this one. Okay, I'm doing good on which Pokemon I send. More soda pop. Good. You can never have too much soda pop, can ya? We want to use the best water. Why not? Why not just use the best soda pop? Like, you know. Okay. And Snippy has a heal ball for us. Nice. You can't really effectively buy a lot of the special Pokeballs until late game when you get to Winden. Well, different towns have different ones, so it depends on which ones you're looking for, really. But you can't get, like, the Quick Ball, for example, until Winden. You can get Quick Balls with Watts, I should say, if the Watt traders happen to have them on a specific day, but... Okay. And Wilden, another bottle of soda pop. Okay, and now we're also going to be getting more jobs because we've sent enough good Pokemon off on good jobs and impressed clients enough that we're likely to get better jobs from them in the future. Hoot Hoot is strangely big, yes. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Other thing that I want to do is the Lotto ID thing. Let's see. A lottery. Your odds of getting good things are very, very small at this point in the game. Yep. No match. Late game, when you've got a bunch of Pokemon, you can usually count on at least getting the bottle of Moo Moo Milk. Our sincerest apologies. The chairman is quite busy at the moment. Everyone, please disperse. Please leave now. Chairman Rose, what are you wearing? I mean, I realize that's supposed to be a bathing suit, but in that shirt with that hat, and you kind of just look like the uncle that is a riot at parties, but an embarrassment to the whole family? Kinda? Okay, see you later, Chairman. No need to rush off. I can still do more autographs. I'll even give you my Pokemon League card. We need the support of our fans to keep doing what we're doing. Chasing them off like that, aren't you being a bit too harsh, Oleana? Oleana. Fans are very important, of course. That's why you need to keep doing your work, for their sake. I promise to do everything in my power to assist you too, Chairman. Oh, and you were? Bade, sir. Bade? I forgot how it's pronounced again. That's right. Bade. I dare say I'm impressed how far you've come since I gave you that Pokemon all those years ago. Will you be the one to win the gym challenge? Or perhaps it will be one of the trainers endorsed by the champion. I will prove your faith in me was well placed, Chairman. I won't lose to anyone. Anyway, I will be on my way now. Ah, your name was Kylie, right? We were just talking about you. I admit I'm curious about Leon's reasons for endorsing you. Ah, I just had a good idea, as I tend to do. You're going to face gym leader Nessa soon, yes? If you get a gym badge from her, I'll hold a celebration. I'd like to get to know you a little better, after all. Chairman, we really should be going. Please do your best for the sake of Galar's future. The chairman will be heading to this town's seafood restaurant. Win the gym badge and join him there at once. Do not keep him waiting. Well, I really can't say no to those platform heels. They're so mesmerizingly bad looking. I don't like platform shoes of any kind. It's like, what do those add like 3 inches to her height probably? How do you walk in those? I think I'd rather keep EV training personally. I like how some of the pedestrians just vanish the moment the camera leaves. It's great. Hey there. I have Champion Leon's League card too. Okay. I remember when Professor Magnolia first presented her findings on the Dynamax phenomenon. The whole Galar region was in such a spin. What? Are you going somewhere, or are you just standing in the middle of your living room, all geared up for fishing? Is there a camera hidden by the camera? Are you posing for something here? Can you tell me what's going on? Because I don't get it. Not a single bite today, but I still need to polish my gear. Oh, is that what you're doing? I mean, Pokemon are bound to bite if my gear's nice and shiny, right? Not a single bite today, but still. Well, I mean, Pokemon fans are bound to bite if there's a shiny involved, but... I'm pretty sure the fish don't care. Ah. If any bad guys come, our Pokemon will protect us. We're taking care of the house while Mom and Dad are out. It's hiding, but my Pokemon is here to help too. Wait, is there a second Pokemon? Okay. Shiny thing. Ah, it's a full heal. That's not bad. Hi! Don't catch too many Pokemon. That'll deplete the sea life. A good fisher is also a good Pokemon trainer. That's because a fisher has to make quick judgments to adjust to changes in the sea. Okay. If you say so, dude. I've got high hopes for you. I mean, I say that to every challenger, of course. Okay. Thanks. It's hard to tell if a whooper is female or male. Can you do it? Oh, I see. It's the... Wait. So, wait, is this the female? Is this these two the males? I'm not actually sure which is which. It's the antenna, though, isn't it? If a gym leader is too weak, their gym will be relegated to the minor division. We never actually see the minor division. Everything my mum cooks is yummy, and everything at the restaurant is also yummy. I've never played a mystery dungeon game. It doesn't really appeal to me, I'm sorry. I don't really like many of the spin-offs in the Pokemon series, just as a matter of concept. The closest one that came to interesting me was Colosseum and its sequel, but they're not very good. Even if you don't actually battle, simulating different battle strategies in your mind can be fun too. Being on a train can be boring. I wish I could battle on the train. I heard that you can battle on a subway train in the faraway Unova region. Haha, references. Oh yeah, now you can take the train to all the cities if you want. I mean, you don't really need to, because you've got a fly button that you can use anywhere you want to. Nessa's really stoic about Pokemon. She's made her gym mission really tough. I remember when I did the gym challenge, I never did get the water badge. Oh wow, you suck. Lost at the second gym, huh? Well, actually, it might have been farther along the gym line at that point in time, because apparently the gym leaders here have a tournament that decides what order people fight their gyms in. You must be a gym challenger, right? If you're looking for the gym leader Nessa, she's off at the lighthouse. The lighthouse is, well, if you head toward the sea from here, you shouldn't be able to miss it. Nice of you to just stand in front of the gym with your fishing gear to tell people this. I mean, it really shows dedication to your community. Galar is a huge island. Lighthouses have always been really important in helping ships find their way. Why does Nessa love the lighthouse so much? They never actually answer that question. I mean, the gym leaders sort of try to have personalities outside the gym in this game, but... Wait, what? I thought that guy up there was staring at a, like, frozen seagull, but it's actually, like, levitating. That's not how wings work, man. Come on. What in the... This is a statue of the Pokemon that's said to have protected the lighthouse. Toxtricity? Really? Of all the Pokemon to have a heroic monument built to them, the Toxtricity? Okay. Didn't expect that. Nothing's biting. Hi. You must be a gym challenger, right? That's amazing. You're one of the ones endorsed by Leon, right? You become something of a hot topic among the gym leaders. Here you go, Miss Famous. I already heard about you, so you should learn about me, too. Got Nessa's league card. Let's head to the stadium. I love fishing, but I love Pokemon battles even more, and I'm itching for a battle with you. So, like I was saying, they tried to give the gym leaders sort of a personality outside of the gym, but it doesn't really work, and they sort of lean on these league cards as a crutch part of the time. Her father is a fisher, and her mother works in the marketplace. Perhaps because of her parents, she grew up playing with water-type Pokemon and eventually made it all the way to being a gym leader. She met Sonia during their gym challenge, and they continue to be close friends. Nessa often gives Sonia fresh seafood from Hulbery. She has declared that Milo of Turffield is her rival, but Milo responded by saying that his rival is himself. This would be so much more interesting if we actually saw Nessa interact with either Sonia or Milo at any point. But apart from like a throwaway line of dialogue at the end of a tournament match in the end game, I don't think there's ever much of an like real acknowledgement that they even know each other. So I mean, it's a shame too, because the gym leaders in Gen 8 are actually some really cool personalities, but you don't get to see them. A somewhat different Pokeball that is more effective when attempting to catch water or bug-type Pokemon. The problem is even worse with Gym Leaders 4 and 6, because those are the version-exclusive gyms, and those are obviously the ones that were most lazily implemented into the game. You don't even see them outside of the gyms or the post-game tournament. Ah, Aracuda. I knew there was some good fishing to be had around here. Hang on. Let's swift that one. Ow! Critical hit. I knew that was doing more damage than it should have been. Twilight Wings? What's Twilight Wings? Oh, is that some anime thing? Damn it! Ah! I thought it would work, but it didn't. I mean, I'm grateful for an excuse to get more experience for Ralts, but anime shorts, huh? Oh, hey, it's the one I don't have in Sword. This is a Gen 5 Pokemon, which I guessed before it was confirmed for me because it made perfect sense in my mind that Gen 5 would create a generic fish Pokemon to replace Magikarp with, because Gen 5 was, at least in Black and White 1, was trying to stick with just its own region's Pokemon for most of the story. Which I applaud it for, but it did sort of result in the early game being just as tedious as Red and Blue were. Okay, well, it's water type, so let's bite it. Isn't that what the fish is supposed to do? Bite? Oh, great, it's got Flail. That's one of those moves that gets more damaging the more health they lose, isn't it? It's always a pain in the butt trying to catch a Pokemon that has Flail. Well, yeah, there were copycats of old Mons, but the reason for that is that a lot of the Pokemon in Gen 1 weren't designed like to be your favorite or to be competitive, but they were designed to be random monsters you fought during the single player. And that was all that they were meant to be. Hence my comment about the generic fish, you know? Let's go with a Pokeball. But because they wanted Black and White to be an experience that you didn't coast through on prior knowledge. So when you went through the game, you were encountering Pokemon you'd never seen before, and nothing but. And that's how it worked. The problem with that approach is that there were a lot of elements of Red and Blue that weren't great. Oh, so it's just literally better confusion, okay. There were parts of Red and Blue's pacing that weren't great, but they sort of tried to mimic it in places. The immediate one was the start of the game, where there were like 2 really bad Pokemon on the first route, and nothing else. And then when you get to the next route, there's a 3rd Pokemon added to the mix. It's also pretty terrible. But now you're fighting 3 Pokemon. And that was designed to ease players in, but it also was designed to not give you a Pokemon that you could keep on your team forever, so that you would have to catch more later on. Hostile Pokemon, blue striped form. Known for their violence, these Pokemon have the most fights with schools of red striped basculin. Female, huh? I'm blanking on good fish-related names for a female Pokemon. You know what? I'm just gonna call you Flippers, because I'm feeling uncreative right now, but I can't stand to leave you without a nickname. Now, I want to get that frickin' Swordfish Pokemon. There we go. Fuser Odomain says, my issue with Gen 5's roster is my same problem with Gen 1's. It doesn't take long to start fighting the same Mons, and when you get a counter to one Pokemon, you have a counter to them all. Yeah, pretty much. And then, of course, you find out later on that, hey, you just ruined your effort values. Although, by Gen 3, they'd started adding ways to fix that, so... Oh, but Gen 5, Black and White is also the one where you can't really get berries anymore, isn't it? Well, they certainly achieved retroactively genuine Gen 1 experience, didn't they? Excellent. Gotcha. Gen 5 was trying to stand on its own, both as a story and as a region. It succeeds at both to a point. After it's eaten its fill, its movements become extremely sluggish. That's when Cramorant swallows it up. So that's where they come from. You are going to be Rapier. Alright, I think that's enough. I don't know if you can catch more. You probably can catch more over there. Just because Pokemon variety in any given area in this game is generally pretty good. Hang on. I keep forgetting that I have a bike. Oh god, I'm gonna have to go... You know what? I'm gonna do this now. Hang on. I'm gonna fly to... the wild area and change the color of my biking clothes, because goddamn, the Rotom colors are ugly. To be fair, almost every color is ugly, but I do sort of not hate the... Oh, hang on. Wrong menu. Very quickly gonna switch Sylvester out for Meowth, who is Steel type. So I'm gonna first talk to... Aha! I see you have a bike, young lady. Well, there's a fantastic little game called the Rotom Rally that I would just love to see you participate in. So what would you like to do? Well, first, a makeover. And this changes the color of your biking outfit. Then why not make it so that the color matches your Odin? Yeah, he always bases your choices on the first slot Pokemon. Steel type is an okay color. Jolly good indeed. You've picked a wonderful color. There you go. Now I don't look quite as garish. I'm also going to talk to this guy. Well, today looks like another fine day for camping, I'd say. Is there anything camping related you'd like some help with? I want to change my tent color. And I am also going to change it to the Steel type's color. There we go. You can, like, find pictures of the different tent and costume colors online. But to be honest, the color choices aren't great. Rate my curry dex, please. Looks like you've made 10 kinds of curry. With 10 curries under your belt, I think you've graduated from rookie status. Keep trying to create all manner of wonderful curries from here on out. Since you made at least 5 different kinds of curry, how about a reward? You got the fresh ball. You put the fresh ball away in your camping gear. This fresh ball is a new kind of Pokeball I've developed. Now I'm just having a laugh. I like that line. It's a toy you can use to play with your Pokemon while camping. It's the spitting image of a Watmel berry, and it's quite heavy too. You might have a little difficulty throwing it. Ah, another thing. Since you made at least 10 different kinds of curry, how about a reward? The weighted ball. Remember, a heavy ball is what you use to catch Pokemon. This might look similar, but it's a weighted ball. It's just a toy. It makes a real heavy sound as it bounces. Try playing with it when camping with your Pokemon. Is there anything camping related? Nah. Let's very quickly check the Watts shop. Okay. Okay, so there's the dive ball. There's some decent TRs. About these guys, they rotate out their stock on a daily basis, so every day, if you're looking for a particular thing, you're going to want to check every Watt trader in sequence, and that can be a little tedious. I'm looking for Dragon Pulse right now in Sword version so I can give it to my Charizard, because that's a better move to give it than Dragon's Claw. Oh, hang on. There's a... Okay, I need to check this out. When it's that visible, that means it's got like way more energy pouring out of it than... Oh, for fuck's sake. Get out of my way, Dwebble. Every week, there's a serious biking injury because of these assholes. Anyway, I need to go around anyway because there's water in the way. Oh, right, and in the wild area, the sparkle items, I think, respawn every day. So you can absolutely farm them. There's one place in the Lake of Outrage area where you can find every single evolution stone just in a circle around the place where an evolution will appear around, based on the weather at the time. So that is definitely a good one to keep in mind. But okay, let's grab some Watts. Pretty Feather, and what are we looking at here? Oh, it's a 1-star. Let me switch on over to... Well, I mean, of course it's a 1-star. What am I thinking? Wait, what element are we looking at? Grass. Okay. So, I want to go at this with Bob. I think it's a 1-star because I'm just that early in the game, but... it might be a good 1-star. It might be a good one to catch. I'm not going to invite anyone on my first attempt because that takes a while. And if I can solo it, I will. Oh. There's a Gossifleur. Right. Well, I mean, it's probably a better Gossifleur than the one I caught before, because when you get Pokemon from max raids, their IVs tend to be pretty decent. But this is just a 1-star, so it's probably nothing to write home about. Get one from a 5-star, though, and I think you get, like, 4 perfect EVs, maybe? And the other ones are generally quite good as well. And that's good, because it means you don't need quite as many bottle caps to hyper train them if you want to use them competitively. Wow! I think I might be over-leveled for this raid. To be honest, I was expecting something a little bit more challenging than that from a raid spot that was showing that much. Also, I think, like, for non-promoted raids, your catch rate on throwing the Pokeball is always going to be 100%, at least when you're hosting the raid. But if you're fighting, like, a promoted one, like the Toxtricities that are out now, or the Gigantamax Kinglers and Grimmsnarls that came along with them, you'll need something good in order to get a catch. My recommendation is a Dusk Ball, because the dens are always considered dark places. Or if you've already got them in your Pokedex, a Repeat Ball will also work. I think they have the same catch rate if you've already got it in the Pokedex. Yeah, I would love to see a true Pokemon MMO, except Pokemon is inherently a turn-based system, and it would be really hard to get that going in an MMO. This one's another female. So, let's just call you Cotton. Now, what kind of, it's level 17. Huh. It's got speed. No, it's got special defense, but it's low on speed. Makes sense. All right, I'll send it to a box. Oh man, there's so many raids in this area right now. It's like when I was playing Sword and I actually had time for them, the only raid that was available was the fucking Toxtricity one that I can't fucking solo because he spams the hell out of Discharge and Boot and Burst and basically just he multi-targets and your NPCs are frickin' idiots. And one of the fail conditions for max raids is that Pokemon faint 4 times. So against the tougher max raids, you're constantly going to be losing if you try to solo them until you just get lucky enough on the draw and get a bunch of NPCs that have focus sashes on. Every NPC has a chance of focus sashes, but hang on. Man, I only meant to nip out here to like change the color of my frickin' biking outfit so that I'm not looking at the ugly Rotom color scheme. and already I'm getting sidetracked by a max raid, by a bunch of shiny items on the floor, and now by this guy. I don't know who designed you, but they're a genius. Frickin' plant sombrero guy. What the hell? It's level 34. I can't catch it. Oh no. Ugh. Of course, the escape rate is based on levels. So, like, the one time you might actually want to escape because you actually ran into something you aren't ready to take on. I don't have any more Pokédolls. Okay, I got away. Another berry tree. Man. Oh, one other thing that they fixed in this generation, I think this is completely new to Gen 8, is that if you're at level 100 and you haven't evolved yet, and you need a level up to evolve, you can just stuff a rare candy in that Pokemon's mouth and it'll work. You won't, like, jump up a level because there are no more levels to gain, but it will prompt an evolution. So that is a thing that you can absolutely do in this game. They seem to have made a point to ensure that absolutely nothing is unfixable when it comes to your Pokemon, so that you don't ruin them, which I kind of like, because the fact that you could ruin your Pokemon beyond repair through, like, misaimed EV training that you didn't even know about while you were playing kind of always put a sour note on the morals of the game. Of course, now you're not breeding Pokemon to get perfect IVs, you're breeding them to get a move so that you can transfer them to your existing perfect IV Pokemon that you hyper-trained already and has Gigantamax power already. I mean, the game will, like, permanently mark it on your stat sheet that you hyper-trained a particular IV, or that you originally had this nature, but now your stats are different. I do get distracted easy, don't I? Anyway, check boxes. I'm gonna want more than one plant type for this. Bob, you're not going to be very useful, so you're going to the box. What level is... Oh! Level 19. I can totally work with that. Lotad. Oh, Toadsworth is definitely coming back into the team. No. Anything else? Nah. Tempting, but no. And something electric. Do I have any good electric type? I don't think I have any good electric types, like, well, that are leveled up anyway. Oh, well. It's going to be a grass type face roll this time. Gonna open up with Ralts, just so that Ralts gets the bulk of the experience for the first battle. Why am I keeping Weatherby around when I use him so, like, infrequently? I mean, I know he's a bruiser, but that's not exactly my style. Let's pull in Diglett and just gain some experience for it, because Doug Trio is... I want a Doug Trio. Let's see. Yeah. I'm fine with that lineup. Alright. And before I forget yet again, Ralts needs a nickname. Since we are female and a Gardevoir, I have just the nickname for it. Sothis. Because I really like 3 houses. For a Pokemon you got from another trainer, you only get one go at changing its name. It'll be Sothis from now on and forever. So you're sure that's the name you want? Well, yeah, I can just trade it back if I want to if I want to change the nickname. But that would be awkward because there's a Sothis in that file too. It's one of my spare Gardevoir though. My actual team headliner is Rosalina. It is nice that they actually give you one chance to change the name, though. Because, like, not being able to change your traded Pokemon's nicknames was... although I think that only happens if you, I think that only happens if the Pokemon didn't have a nickname at all, though. Hey there! Thanks for rolling by to have a chat with your mate, the Ball Guy! I see you have a fishing rod. In that case, I've got the perfect Pokeball for you. A lure ball. A Pokeball that is good for catching Pokemon that you reel in with a rod while out fishing, which would be great if I fished more. If you manage to catch a Pokemon using your fishing rod, then it's time to use that lure ball. Please stop doing that. It's the absolute best Pokeball for people who like Pokemon that live in the water. Pokeballs are just full of surprises, don't you think? Unlike the Moon Man from Outer Worlds, this guy is totally into it. Possibly this girl. Apparently he's... she gender ambiguous. Even the league card doesn't know whether it's a guy or a girl in there. So, yeah. When to Dynamax? It might be a good idea to think ahead about which Pokemon is able to withstand Nessa's max moves. Nessa is strong, and that's what's beautiful. Preach it. Preach it. I do like Nessa, just in general, but... why do we have to figure out a puzzle to face the gym leader? I know I ask myself that all the time. I've been asking myself that since Kanto. Maybe it's to tell us trainers that we need to have some mental flexibility? I like that, there's a character that's actually considering this question in universe. It's a video game, that's the answer. Welcome to the uniform shop. Am I looking for anything in particular? I am actually going to want... no. Nah. I'm going to save all my clothing money for Winden, because the good items only start becoming available when you hit Winden. But, well, they're expensive. They knew everyone wanted that goddamn motorcycle jacket. Challenger Kylie, beat Nessa, okay? Promise. It's so charming that there's this one fan who follows you from gym to gym and cheers you on. It's nice. I wish they could have given that character a unique character model, though, because that's just the same brown girl in yellow shirts that you see in every town. Hey there, Gym Challenger. Shall we start the process to get you ready for the gym mission? Yeah, let's do it. That's right. You'll have to change into your uniform. The changing room is located over there, of course. Alright, you're in your uniform. Head on into the gym mission. By the way, while you're on the gym mission, you can't use your Pokemon box link. Yeah, so you don't have free reign to figure out, to just swap your team around at will in all locations. There are places where the game blocks you from doing it. Wow. This looks like a Super Mario Galaxy level. The Hulbery Pokemon Gym's mission is this: a challenging maze, and you must reach the goal to clear the mission. However, some paths in the maze are blocked by water. What should you do then? Try pressing that red button over there, and I imagine you'll figure it out, future champ. Now let the gym mission begin. So, right. Gym challenge. This time you have to fight a trainer before you even start engaging with the puzzle. That's... Welcome to Hulbery Stadium. Ready to bask in the beauty of water-type moves? They stop having gym puzzles after Gym 6, though. Because Gym 7 is just kind of a gauntlet of enemies, and Gym 8 is 3 enemies that you fight one after another, and that's like the intentional mission. It's a little weird. Like, they ran out of time to do more interesting stuff with the gyms, so they had to improvise. They at least got a little clever with the one in Spikemuth, though. That's like the duel of the babies here. No confusion. Lame. Gym 8 did have a theme of double battles, yeah. But that was like the only unique thing about it. And, you know, double battles don't really get tactically interesting until the battle tower, so... Okay. I'm still alive and you're not, and that means I win. Doesn't it? That's how it works. Sorry for killing your tadpole. No level up. Huh. Temple and I were the ones that got soaked? Yep. It would be nice if the game OSTs were released online, yeah. A battle between you and gym leader Nessa is sure to excite gym challenge fans. Okay, and since I kind of want to keep using Ralts for those sick experience gains, does Gen 8 still have that thing where Pokemon you traded over gain more experience in general? So you hit the red button and it switches the red ones. It's very simple. This doesn't get, like, brain taxing at all until the very end of this little maze. Hi. Okay. A classic. One of the things about Pokemon designs in these games that kind of amuses me is that, you see, the Pokemon designs from Gen 1 and Gen 2, to an extent, although Gen 2 had better sprites, they were designed to be intentionally simple so that you could see what they were in the bad sprite design, but... Well, they kind of stand up in a really awkward way next to... Oh, you Motherfucker. Every time I actually want to switch out, they have some Pokemon ability in play that prevents you from switching out. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I have Teleport. What? They play the Teleport animation and then the return animation? Really? Why? That's kind of weird, isn't it? That is kind of weird. You know what? I forgot to go to the move forgetter. Because when you level characters up by Pokéjob, they learn moves on their own. So you might not want to send a Pokemon off to the Pokéjobs if they got egg moves or something else, or a TR move or something that they wouldn't learn naturally. You can always just rearrange the moves at the Pokemon Center afterward, so it's usually not a total headache. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the entire reason the function was included, so that you could send Pokemon off on Pokéjobs and then have them just remember whatever moves you want from whatever level they are. But you can't remember egg moves once forgotten. I don't particularly care that I ditched Detect on my Eevee because I never use those kind of things in single player, and this entire playthrough is just for the single player, so it's not something that I need. But I figured I'd mention that so nobody goes and follows my footsteps like a dumbass and then realizes they ruined something. Magical Leaf, let's try this one. Nice. It's almost like I have type advantage or something. Okay. I wasn't sure about the right thing to do in that battle. And that's why you don't run teams that are made entirely of one type. It's actually, in this game, the gym leaders, as you progress through the game, they get actually pretty good about covering their weaknesses in their team makeup. Like, they'll usually have at least one good way to... Oh, hang on. They'll usually have at least one good way to counter the obvious weaknesses to them. Leon is a bastard. Oh no. Hang on. Leon is a bastard because his Charizard is designed to immediately bitch slap you if you try to use electric or like grass types. No, not grass types, water types against him. He has ancient power, so he can't actually do anything against electric types, can he? Nah, I was thinking of Earthquake, sorry. But he will go after you with max overgrowth if you break out a water type. Well, it wasn't... oh, wait, yeah. Weapon Triangle. I haven't played as much older Fire Emblems, so I'm not really sure how powerful those were. I'm going to use Teleport again, like, immediately. Psybeam, huh? Going after a Psychic with a Psychic. That animation is so awkward. I'm sorry, but it is. It's just... Wow. Mega Drain again. Ah, you didn't hit me with an attack. Primarade is getting pumped? No. What? You survived that? Wow. I guess Mega Drain is weaker than my other attack. Oh no, you watered my flowers. That's... You monster. Yeah, in a game with permadeath, having those kind of like rock, paper, scissors mechanics kind of sucks, to be honest. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that in Three Houses. I mean, there are still certain kinds of units that are better against others, but it's not a whole weapon thing anymore. Toxic spikes. Oh, it's an entry hazard. That ability that I just forgot is one of those things that's only, like, really useful in doubles. And doubles against human players at that. It basically allows you to give your partner Pokemon immunity, but if you try using abilities like that in singles, you'll automatically target the enemy with the beneficial effect. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Okay, Magical Leaf, go! Evolution, it's happening. Ah, Shiinotic, it's good to see you again. Shiinotic's a good one. Well, for single player anyway, I don't know how Shiinotic stands up in competitive, but... if you see a light deep in a forest at night, don't go near. Shiinotic will make you fall fast asleep. I caught this one in the wilds, in Sword. Usually the last trainer in a gym is pretty strong, but I don't have a lot of confidence, so they let me stay back here. And now here we are at the end of the puzzle. This is where it gets a little complicated. Okay, so yellow switch here, red switch there, blue switch behind the red. And what we need to do is open up this blue gate here while this yellow is still open and this blue is still... That? Oh, right. So we need to actually open the path this way. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm trying to remember what order I'm supposed to do this in, though, because if you do it in the wrong order, you can trap yourself. This is the one part that sort of slowed me down. Yeah, you see, this is where it gets you. You have to turn on this red switch in order to access this blue one. Then you need to hit this yellow switch. But then, oh no, I've turned on this one, and this one's still on, and I can't get back to this switch because the blue I just hit. Well, you actually have to hit the red one. And then the yellow one. Oh no, I can't do that either. So... what am I supposed to do? Well, the answer is actually, I think. I actually don't remember the solution. Oh no. It was too far back in my other playthrough. I don't remember what I was supposed to do. Okay, I'm gonna have to, like, trial and error it the way I did that one. It's like the puzzles before this point were so goddamn easy, but... now I can't get back to that. At this point, though, you can go back to the start if you're stuck and want to leave. But I can't hit the yellow because I trapped myself back here. I can't hit the red without turning the blue one off. So I think I need to hit the yellow first. Oh, damn. You hit the yellow first, and I think that sets the yellow to what it needs to be, so you don't necessarily need to mess with that again. And then you can hit the red and then the blue. Yeah, got it. First try. I mean, there are only so many combinations, but the difficult part is, like, when you've already messed up, remembering what the original configuration of those switches was so that you can start over. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Wait, have I healed my Pokemon? I should probably do that. I'm pretty sure that the reason they have this whole gym mission set up is to say, no, you're not going back to the Pokemon Center right before the gym. Right before the gym battle. You gotta do this legit, man. That is a weird shadow. Welcome, honored gym challenger. I think you already realize, but I'm Nessa. Sorry to have made you look for me. I think they translated that in a weird way because I think she's meant to have said that you already know me because I already introduced myself. That kind of thing. But I think maybe the line was translated by someone who didn't know about that scene and didn't have the context to use the correct words. Possibly. It's just a bit funny. I don't doubt my humble mission's difficulty, yet you cleared it. Your mind as a Pokemon trainer must be quite refined. No matter what kind of plan your refined mind may be plotting, my partner and I will be sure to sink it. I used Pikachu in my sword playthrough. My plan was Pikachu. Not so much here. Okay, here we go. The gym music kicking in and the gym trainer having that, like, epic introduction always gets me pumped for the battle. I think I can take a Goldeen. Sure, why not? Ow! I cannot take a Goldeen. Sorry, Ralts, you're gone. You've had your one turn. It's time for, like... Ah, damn it. Switching in a Pokemon always means taking a hit, so I'm gonna actually throw in Sobble. I was actually counting on that, finishing it off. Oh well. Smack. Ah, there we go. Let's go with Toadsworth. Alright, I'm glad that I finally gotten to a point where my levels aren't like ridiculously higher than the gym leader, because that's where I was at this point in Sword, and it was embarrassing for them. It wasn't until Gym 4 that my levels were... Of course you survived. I mean, why would you ever not? The animation for Astonish is something. What even is that? Okay, a 65 special with 90 accuracy. May lower the target's accuracy. Now let's just replace Razor Leaf with that. Sure. Looks like I'm down to one last Pokemon. I've been saving the best for last. Now, both Milo and Nessa have regular Dynamax Pokemon in their gym battles. You don't see their actual Gigantamax headliners until post-game in Milo's case, but I think you fight Nessa during the endgame tournament as well. And you might see it then. Anyway. Flood the stadium and make it our ocean. Dreadnought, time to Dynamax. Oh, you're going to get really big, aren't you? Well, no one does that better than fucking mushrooms. You should know that. You're a Nintendo property. I'm sorry, what? Did I say that out loud? No. Alright. We're playing New Super Mario Brothers now. God, that is a chilling sound. Ah, speed. Dead. I thought that maybe Dreadnought might be able to tank one hit, but nah. Down and out. Alright, we got a level for Tico and one for Patty. Patty wants to learn Bulldoze, huh? That sounds just great. Especially since, like, our existing move is Power 20, but let's get rid of Growl. I may proudly be the strongest member of this gym, but I was totally washed away. It's happening. Wow, Curlia is like really appropriate for the Sothis nickname, isn't she? Alright. It has a psychic power that enables it to distort the space around it and see into the future. Yeah. How? How can this be? Now that I've battled you, I think I understand. Continue to seize victories in the gym challenge with your Pokémon. You have an incredible spirit that may even be strong enough to challenge the champion. You and your Pokémon are indeed deserving of this gym badge. You can now catch Pokemon up to level 30. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Someone's apparently moving something in another room, and it's sending like some legit vibrations through the floor at my feet. You'll want to challenge the Fire Gym Leader next. As you and your Pokemon are now, he'll definitely want to battle you. Kylie, my sincere congratulations for your victory over Gym Leader Nessa. Please take this commemorative TM. Ah, Whirlpool. Great. That's another one of those hits 4 to 5 times moves that I never use. Take this too. It's a replica of Nessa's uniform. Now that you've won the water badge, I'll be watching to see just how far you and your Pokemon can go. I wonder if it's also described as a replica of Nessa's uniform if you're playing as the male trainer. Because that would be a strange gift to give a boy. I'm just gonna put that out there. Kylie, I'll remember your name. I like your team. It's very charming. Let's both do our best to complete the gym challenge, okay? Nice battle. What a fierce battle. Hey there, buddy. I'm glad I became your fan, Challenger Kylie. Okay. Ah, 49 Pokemon. That's just so infuriatingly not 50. Do not keep the chairman waiting. Head to the seafood restaurant, the captain's table. So you will not forget the chairman's face, I will give you one of his league cards. Chairman Rose is the kind of man who gets downhearted if he doesn't take care of things he needs to do right away. Go to the seafood restaurant as soon as possible, so as not to keep the chairman waiting. Okay, let's check his card out. Mr. Rose is in fact a talented trainer, coming in second place for a past champion cup. As the chairman of the Pokémon League, and as the president of a large business conglomerate, he is truly a hero to the Galar region, working tirelessly to ensure its prosperity. His thoughts and words don't always match, and thus many say it's hard to tell what he's talking about. In fact, it is said that that only his secretary can tell what his true intent is. Note, the above text was submitted by his secretary. What lucky egg quest? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, hang on. There's a thing that I missed. I think there's a thing that I missed. Well, let's go through this first. Welcome to the seafood restaurant, the captain's table. Chairman Rose comes here incognito, but the word always gets out when he's here. Kylie, let's celebrate your recent victory. Oh, were you invited too? You two know each other? That's great. Come now, please be seated. Hulbery is a seafood town. Naturally, if one is going to eat here, the obvious choice is the local cuisine. Everything on the menu is delicious. By the way, how is Professor Magnolia getting on? I like how there's just a random seagull Pokemon sitting on the fence, staring directly at me. Like it's angled so that its beak is pointed directly at the protagonist, like it's looking straight at her. I'm quite indebted to her, you know. She was the one who figured out how to unleash the power of wishing stars, and use that power to Dynamax Pokemon. We would never have been able to create Dynamax bands without her. She was saying that there's still so much we don't know about Dynamaxing. It's causing her some worry. She even made me take a power spot detector with me when I started traveling. A power spot detector? That's the device that allowed me to discover the power spots. Locations that emit Galar particles and allow Pokemon to Dynamax. I don't like hearing that Professor Magnolia is so worried, though. If only there were something I could do. Sonia, it may be good for you to visit the vault in Hammerlock. I believe the key to unlocking the secrets of the Dynamax phenomenon lies in the history preserved there. Understood, Chairman. I will arrange a meeting with Miss Sonia. However, I believe it is about time we get going, Chairman. But I've hardly had a chance to speak with Kylie. It's regrettable, but I suppose it can't be helped. If something needs to get done, there's no time like the present, after all. In any case, I bid you all farewell. Does he think he's doing me a favor? He's right that the vault would be a good place to look for info on the legends, but... You got the water badge, yeah? Defeating Nessa's no small feat. Here's a TM as a reward. That's a lot better than Whirlpool. The user gets revenge for a fainted ally. If an ally fainted in the previous turn, this move's power is increased. Nessa's a good friend. Perhaps I should drop in on her. Until next time, Gym Challenger. If you do the delivery quest for the guy in the restaurant after the scene, you get a lucky egg, which is a held item that gives you more experience points. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually missed that in Sword. Okay. So, which guy? Oh, that's... I didn't mean to talk to that thing twice. And I obviously can't talk to the chef. No, I can't talk to the chef. Alright, mate. You've got both the grass badge and the water badge by now, right? In that case, we're both headed for Motostoke and the fire gym leader Kabu. How about I share with you a little tip about that leader Kabu? From what I heard, he's holed up now in Galar Mine number 2, undergoing some special training. If he's in there, then we can't take him on in Motostoke, even if we zip right over there, putting the brakes on our gym challenge. So I say we head to Galar Mine number 2 ourselves. Let's go see what all the fuss is about. And that's why you can't just fly back to the next gym, because the gym leader is off doing his own thing. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I can't talk to the chef. So, I guess I can't do the lucky egg thing now. I'll look it up later and see what the deal is with that. Anyway, it is now 6 o'clock. We've been going for 3 hours. I think I'm going to call it here. Let me just very quickly put some Pokemon into some Pokejobs so that they get a nice bounty of experience by the time next session starts. Also, I should probably check my league card page to see. Okay, as long as Sothis doesn't get past level 40, she'll keep listening to me. That's good to know. You got to be careful about overtraining those traded Pokemons. Okay, oh, did I just say Pokemons? That's not the plural. The plural of Pokemon is Pokemon. Okay, so new jobs available. Now we get some 3-star jobs. The only Pokemon capable of creating nets that are both durable and flexible are Bug-type Pokemon. We want you. I am not a Bug-type Pokemon. But yeah, okay. So let's do that. Let's see, Volkswagen. Dot. I don't have that many bugs, do I? Bedbug. Pebbles. Cereza. Go. Bye-bye, buggies. Well, I wouldn't exactly call Pokemon an English word, so much as a Japanese combination of words that originates in English. It's supposed to be pocket monsters, but, like, no one ever acknowledges that anymore. Although that does make Dynamaxing a bit funny. Would any Psychic-type Pokemon be interested? Let's see. I can't select a Pokemon in my party? You serious? That's lame. 1 second. I mean, since I'm not playing for another while, I'm gonna... I just said I need to be careful about over-leveling her, and here I am, sending her off on a Poké job. Oh, damn it. Sothis... What? Oh, hang on. I hit the boxes by mistake. I'm tired. Okay, so here we go. No, not solid car. Okay, so this, the Waba. Do I have any other psychics? Ah, Bruce. And Slowpoke. Yeah, okay. Off you go. Have fun at school. It seriously does look like she's sending her cute little Pokemon off to school. Solid, steady ground-type Pokemon provide the ideal foundation to build cars upon. Let's build cars together. What? Oh, they like use their ground moves to make a foundation under... Okay, I was a little confused by that wording, I'm not gonna lie. Let's send Eddie Murphy. Wow, do I just not have any more ground Pokemon? I'm surprised. Normally I have just ground Pokemon everywhere. I hate ground Pokemon, so... That's annoying. I mean, there are worse problems to have than too many Pokemon. Although right now, my box in Sword is just nothing but Charizards and Laprasses. Because I didn't know the Lapras needed to learn Ancient Power before it could pass it on. And of course, once I had the Egg move on the Lapras, I had to breed a male, and that didn't happen the first time. Right. Rock Salt, as the name implies, can be found within rocks. We need the help of Rock Solid Pokemon to get it. Wait, Bob's your uncle sends Pokemon out to mine its own salt? That seems horribly inefficient. Okay, Moto Buggy, Billy, rock. Are those my only rock types? Wow, okay. It's because I'm not catching as many Pokemon as I did when I was playing through Sword. I guess these two are the only ones who get to do this job. Yeah. Okay, let's see. It would be marvelous if we could decorate our merchandise shelves with lots of plants. Could we have grass-type Pokemon come help? Oh, wait. God damn it. All my grass types are in my team. I need to take them out of my team. Hang on. You. Alright. Now we can do it. And yeah, the number of jobs that are available at any one time is equal to... Well, not equal to, because there were a few jobs that I had left over. But typically, you'll find that the number of jobs corresponds to the number of badges you have. Okay. There we go. Spread your message of flowery goodness. Alright, and with that finally out of the way... Oh yeah, one more thing. Having cleared the second gym, we can now purchase... Is the Super Potion the new item? Oh, Pokédolls. I'm definitely going to want to grab some of those. Yep. There we go. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. I picked up a bunch of items while I was out in the wild area, so I should probably sell the treasures. Wow. Okay. So that was a long wrap-up, but stream's done, everybody. I'll see you guys, like, later. Okay, that was lame.